Hello friends, let us hope for a good day. Today's class is structure of Indian taxation system. Particularly, we are going to see constitutional provisions. I am Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Let us see uh, the taxation system. In the last video, I have given what is tax and the different features of income. In today's class, let us see the characteristics of good tax structure in India. So, a system should be equitable and fairly leading to equal distribution of wealth in the community. So, a government mainly aims for the equitable, that is equal distribution of wealth. So, a system should be adopted to lead such a equitable distribution. So it should be effective and yield the required revenue for the government. So that is when the government levies a tax, it not only equalizes the community, but also it should generate a revenue to the government too. And this is the collection of tax is a major task and it should be economical. So collecting the tax itself should not be costly. So it should be in economical manner. The development of industry and trade should not have an obstacle because of a burden of taxes. And taxes levied should be give a clear picture to the government and of its revenue. So it should give a clear picture. There should not be any hide and seek method for levying the taxes. So the tax system should be based on comprehensive and up-to-date statistical information, because based on that information only the rates of tax are determined. And the tax system should be simple and also elastic so that it can respond to a new need of a state. So the last one, while distributing the burden of taxes, the ability of the taxpayer should be considered. Unlike the uh, British, or unlike the other rulers, the taxpayers should be satisfied while paying the taxes. So these are the good uh, tax structures which is required to implement in any of the country. So let us see the taxation system in India. So Indian taxation system has a three-tier federal structure. So let us see one by one. The first one is it is related to the union list. Since it is the list which is given in the 7th schedule of Constitution of India, it contains those matters which the central government has the power to make the laws, which is particularly given in Article 246 subsection 1. And this next one is the state list has only those matters on which the state government has power to make laws. And the third one is the concurrent list has those matters on which both the central as well as state government has the power to make a law. Everything is under the Article 246. So here the law which has been made by the union government. So whenever there is about a conflict between the center and state, then it's about only the central law prevails. Okay. And let us see one by one related to the list one of union or central list. So the taxes on income other than agricultural income, it is given in entry 82, and the duties of customs including export duties, that is Customs Act. Still we are having this Customs Act. And the duties of excise on tobacco and other goods which has been manufactured or produced in India. So already there in entry 84, that is we used to have it like Central Excise Act 1944, but presently it is not available since it is abolished. So this excise duty is apart from something, so we are not bothered about it. And next one is the corporate tax, that is given under 85, entry 85. And the taxes on capital value of assets, particularly exclusive of agricultural land of individuals and companies. So the taxes on capital of companies, entry given under 86. So estate duty in respect of property and other agricultural land 87, and duties in respect succession to the property other than agricultural land given under entry 88. Everything is in list 1. Okay, and next one is terminal taxes on goods or passengers carried on by railway, sea, air. Then taxes on railway fares and freight given under entry 89, and the taxes other than stamp duties on transactions in the stock exchanges and future markets entry 90, and the rate of stamp duty in respect of bills of exchange, checks, promissory note, bill of lading, and letter of credit, policies of insurance, a transfer of shares, debentures, and proxies and receipts. Everything is given under entry 91. The taxes on sale or purchase of newspapers and on advertisements published, same in entry 91. The taxes on sale or purchase of goods other than newspapers, whether such a sale or purchase takes place in the course of interstate trade or commerce, already given in entry 92A. Since we call it as Central Sales Tax Act 1957, presently it is abolished. And taxes on the consignment of goods in course of interstate trade or commerce 92B, this is also abolished. And all residuary type of taxes not listed in any of the three lists of 7th schedule of Indian Constitution. Anything has left that can come under this example service taxes, now it is abolished. And we have to note that this list 1 has amended by the Constitution 101 First Amendment Act 16, empowering the central government to impose goods and service taxes GST, particularly on specific transactions. We call it as indirect taxes. So here the indirect taxes, you know that excise duty, central sales tax and services tax. So everything we have taken out and we are just imposing now GST. So the Department of Revenue under the Government of India's Finance Minister, they are levying on the basis of their recommendation, the taxes are levied. And even it has been collection or the same taxes by the union taxes. And the next one is state list given under list 2 of 7th schedule, which has been covered under Indian Constitution, state taxation. So where the state legislative enacts a taxation law. So here particularly the acts which is related to land revenue, including assessment and collection of revenue, then maintenance of land records, then survey for revenue purpose and records of rights and elation of revenues. Everything comes under state list 2. And taxes on agricultural income, in list 1 we saw that apart from this agricultural income only the central government can levy, so it belongs to state entry 46. And duties in respect of succession of agricultural income, that is entry 47. Estate duty in respect of agricultural land entry 48. And taxes on land and buildings entry 49, and taxes on mineral rights entry 50, and duties of excises for the following goods, particularly the manufactured or produced within a state, for the 2 alcoholic liquors for human consumption or opium or Indian hemp and others, narcotic drugs and narcotics entry 51. So taxes on entry of goods into a local area for consumption or use or sale therein. Anything that is 52. Now it is not there. It is abolished since we are using it as a GST. Taxes on consumption or sale of electricity entry 53. Then taxes on sale or purchase of alcoholic liquors for human consumption, petroleum product, natural gases, etc. other than newspapers. That is 54 as amended. Now it is amended. And taxes on advertisements other than advertisements published in newspapers and advertisements broadcast by radio or television entry 55. Then tax on goods and passengers carried by roads or in land waterways. So entry 56, taxes on vehicles suitable for the use on roads. So every two-wheeler purchaser, they are doing it. So entry 57. And taxes on animals and boats entry 58. and tolls everyone is paying, whoever crossing the highways. Entry 59, and taxes on profession, trade, then callings and employments. Entry 60, and capitation taxes, then taxes on luxurious, including taxes on entertainment like amusement parks, betting and gambling, under stamp duty in respect of documents other than those specified in the provisions given under list 1. So we have to note certain things. This two list 2 has been amended. That is under 101 Amendment Act 2016, empowering the state government to impose goods and services tax (GST) on specific transaction in the place of state level VAT, that is value added taxes, and certain other local taxes. So instead of VAT, now we are following goods and services tax. Yeah, this is list 3, concurrent list. There is no head of taxation since the special provisions with respect of goods and services we are taking it here, and insertion of new article 246A by the Constitution 101st Amendment Act 2018 comes here, and then and after article 246 of the Constitution, the following article, that is 246A, has been inserted, then authorizing to levy the dual GST in India both by the central as well as by the state government. So article 246 is the important article for levy of GST. What is 246A1? So anything under 246 and 256, the parliament which has been passed under parliament subject to class 2, the legislature of every state has the power to make laws in respect of goods and services tax imposed by the union or by the state. So 46A1. 46A2 is, here the parliament has the exclusive power to make laws with respect to goods and services where the supply of tax, that is supply of goods or services, or both takes place in the course of interstate trade or commerce. So the taxes, whether anyone can impose a tax, so but the taxes to be imposed only by the authority of law. Understood? Until the next, it's bye from Srimati. Thank you. Stay tuned.